Oh, hi.
Well, hello there.
Episode 802. How the
Yes.
hell are you?
I'm doing so good. I'm going on like so many months of not biting my nails, and I feel like
Don't do it.
I've changed, like I've turned over a new leaf.
Oh, okay. I
Like
thought you were
I'm
gonna
like
say-
I'm a new woman.
Wow. How's it feel to be nail biting sober?
It feels so good, and now like the thought, I'm like, oh, I don't want my fingers in my mouth.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
I know.
That's shocking. You've changed.
I know. So you know what?
Proud of
you
you.
can't teach an old dog new tricks.
That is so true.
Yeah.
That is a terrible saying we should get rid of.
Totally terrible because
It gives people
Bo,
permission.
She learned some in her old age.
Yeah. And she could have learned more. She just didn't want to. That's a difference.
That is so true. I mean, I can. I just don't want to.
Yeah.
There's a lot I don't want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like when people, it feels like people hit an age where they're just done.
Yeah.
And they just
we were
aren't
having a
gonna
long
get-
conversation about this before we even started today.
Who, me and you?
Yeah.
What were we saying?
We're talking about heels. We're talking about
Oh, yeah.
footwear as you age.
This is what I want to know. Maybe some of you brainiacs will
Yeah.
have the answer. I was asking Sarah.
We need to crowdsource this.
Yeah, okay. I said to Adam, you know how women get to a certain age and they stop wearing heels? And I wanted to know if it was because they just stopped caring, like, why should I be
Yeah.
uncomfortable? Or if it's some sort of like weak ankle scenario that happens, or like
I
fear
argued
of
vertigo.
falling, balance issues.
Yeah.
And
All of the
Sarah
above.
said, and I think she's right, all of the above.
Yeah.
Like, they
Listen,
don't care.
as a menopausal woman,
Here we go.
I now understand the importance of prioritizing comfort over everything.
It's-
Maybe
yeah,
something
sensible.
happens when okay, so you know how so much of what we do is like a mating dance, right? It's
Yeah.
like a mating ritual.
For sure.
And in a way, is it like, I mean,
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do. I
I'm
think
not
that's
mating anymore,
a big
so I'm
part
like,
of it.
I give 0 fucks.
And the knowledge that men that you would even want to mate with aren't looking at you.
They're not.
You know, they have something else on.
Rub
you
it
know,
in, why don't you, Susie?
not you, but like, older gals. They realize that youth culture and all of that
Yes.
means that they're expired in the world's eyes.
Yes.
And so they're like, why
Ugh.
am I uncomfortable for no
right.
reason?
For what?
Yeah.
Or like the
Flyer.
decorative ornament that they put on
Oh,
top.
yeah, right. Okay, well, if you happen to be listening and you know the answer, if it's like, oh no, something happened, because there's always like these secrets you'll find out once it happens. We're like, oh yeah, that's a symptom of menopause. You get like something called like break ankle. And you've never heard of it before.
It's funny because it's so
Yeah.
fucking true. Or they're like, oh, that? Oh, yeah. That's
Well, yeah, that's
Oh, you have vertigo now? Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
yeah, and they act like, of course.
Oh, it's hard to breathe? Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, you have weak lungs. What? So I want to know ahead of time, Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Any
Man,
noodles?
I'll try to give you any heads up I can. over here.
We're recording this a day before Sarah flies to the 412 area, Pittsburgh, PA.
That's why I'm so giddy.
Yeah, she's psyched out of her mind.
Checked in. And they did that cool thing where they were like, I was like, oh no, I'm not checking a bag, or I'm not checking a bag. I just have a carry-on. And they were like, oh, we're real full. Would you like to check your carry-on? And I was like, yes, I would. Now I'm bringing my hair product.
Are you serious?
Yeah, that's the trick. Say that you're just checking, and then sometimes they do that. And they like gate check it for you.
I fell for the thing that they say where they're like, if you check in now, it's like a little bit cheaper, or like it's the best price And I was like, okay, I love a best price.
Yeah.
But if I lied, I was like, nope, no bags here.
Yeah, I always do that.
Okay, thank you for that hack.
And then they usually will be like, would you like to check it for free? I would,
when I scheduled Sarah's flight, because this is a brain candy endeavor, you know.
Yeah.
I noticed she was flying on a Boeing.
Should I bring my tool set? It's like every plane there's a problem with.
Right. I booked her for an aisle seat because I didn't want that door blowing off and ruining everything.
I'm grateful.
Yeah, you said it because for real.
I'm gonna be up and down with anxiety. I might take some anti-anxiety.
Don't forget,
some CBD.
No matter what, keep that seatbelt buckled though, because you could get sucked right out.
Oh my God, Susie.
I mean, not to stress you
this
out.
is not where I got to worry about my weak ankles and getting stuck from planes.
I know, this whole world is a death trap.
Our pets' heads are falling off. Oh.
Well, I'm sure you'll get here safe and
I will end up biting my nails by the time I get
Oh my gosh, what if she shows up in Pittsburgh with like stubs? Nubs, yeah. I hope not. I'll look when you get in the car or whatever. See what happened on that flight. Well, no matter what age you are, I'll tell you what is going to feel real good. And that's Honey Love.
I can wear these with my heels, with my flats.
That's true. You can dress them up.
I've worn them with my Doc
leggings.
Martens.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Come on.
I've worn those
I love
leggings
a legging.
with Docs.
I've seen you in those Doc Marten with the leggings. We've worn that together. Yes.
Yeah.
That'll probably be something you'll catch us in on our trip together.
That's right. This Honey Love. So they have, what's the word for it?
Shapewear?
Shapewear.
Yes.
Bras, pants. They have a dress. They have whatever you need in that category. Super supportive. The crossover bra, great for working out. Great for just life, really.
Yeah. Actually gives you 2 boobs. Not that uniboob thing.
No uniboob.
Yeah. Amazing support.
And then they have the V bra, which is more relaxed. So that's like, just comfy, cozy. It's still supportive, but without like underwire or anything like that. Lifts, separates. You get the molded cups, the whole deal. Yeah. You're looking good. But all of their stuff is very high quality, very soft, very comfortable. I think that's a big deal because you know how a lot of it, you think, oh, this is nice. And then like 2 washes later, it's like.
Susie, that is the thing that I care about the most is the material and how it feels.
Treat yourself to the best bras on the market and save 20% off at honeylove.com/braincandy. Use our exclusive link to get 20% off. honeylove.com/braincandy. After you purchase, they ask you where you heard about them. Please support our show. Tell them we sent you. Honeys, you deserve this. And we love you. Okay, anywho, anything else before we begin our official brain candying?
No, man, just
Okay, so you know how everyone's mad about like the dog stuff that I keep bringing up this like
this is the Barbara Streisand
this is my toxic trait. It totally is.
Susie's like, enough of this dog stuff. But speaking of the dog stuff,
it's almost like the algorithm knows, and so it keeps suggesting these stories, and then I click on it.
Those memes that are like, no one, absolutely no one. Susie.
What about dogs? How much do you love your dogs? Too much? Okay, well, I couldn't resist this one, and it turned out it was such a good article. It was in Pulp. And it was about this guy in his small town in Montana who goes out on like the hiking trail that everyone walks their dogs on. And he doesn't have a dog, but he is furious about people who don't pick up their dog's poop.
Good. I like him. Okay.
Yeah, right. I
Yes.
feel like this is something we can be united about,
Yes,
everybody.
this overlaps with my love for recycling and not
Yes.
littering. This falls
Yeah.
into the not littering umbrella is what I'm saying.
Totally.
Yeah.
And just being a good citizen, you know?
Yeah.
Like
Sometimes I pick up poop that's not even mine.
that's right. That's what
because-
he's doing.
Yeah.
He is going out on the trail every day
Wow.
and picking up all these stray poops of all you people who claim you love your pets so much, but like you don't pick
Right.
up their poo.
Right.
And then he, at the end of the trail, plops them in a pile with like a sign that says like, this is all the poop you people didn't pick up.
Oh my God.
And first of all, I love him because like this
Yeah.
is exactly who I am. I am petty, but
Yeah.
also like sanctimonious because
Yeah.
I know that how I live my life. So
Yeah.
I can do it with like more self-righteousness.
Yes. Yeah. Why do you think I pick up litter, Susie? It's like holding over people's heads.
Right. Because, and yeah, nobody could ever be like, oh, well, you do this. So I know that I'm going to win the argument. And that's the kind that I love.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So this journalist wanted to like explore this idea because this is his walking trail. And he has a dog and he picks up, of course, after his dog. But like, he felt like this guy was too self-righteous and too like smug and made too big of a show about it. Because you could just pick it up and throw it away. But he doesn't. He wants to make a whole scene about it
Yeah.
to shame people.
Here's where this becomes a problem, where
Okay.
this could turn into a problem, and
Mhm.
why it's so I hate things like this, because really the only solution is that everybody polices themselves and picks up after themselves, because what
But
happens,
we've met people.
right, exactly. And what happens is when you have somebody who's like, well, now I'm the poop picker upper guy,
Yeah.
there's going to be that asshole on the trail who's like, well, I don't have to pick it up. Poop guy's going to come by,
Okay, that's true. There might be some people like that. That's right.
you know?
But then there's other people who are like, I don't want to get shamed by the poop picker upper.
I do think that the shaming has to be done. Like the guy who shames people about returning their grocery carts, the cart narc. Have you seen him?
Yeah.
I love the cart narc. And,
Okay, same idea.
And he's like catching them in the act.
Or do you want to like get the person to change or be
Right.
convinced? Those are different techniques.
Right.
Right. He's doing the just wants to win.
Right.
And
There
you're
was-
saying
yeah.
you want to change minds.
Right. We want to
Okay.
change minds. And like, I like I see some Instagram accounts of people who are like graphic designers who will go
off trail and find it in the brush.
What are we doing here? Okay.
Well, and that's what the journalist was saying. He was like,
that's where
nobody
animals
would even
go.
step on that.
Right.
But this guy says that's the law, number one, that you are required to pick up the poop no
Yes,
matter
that is
where it
true.
is.
Yeah.
And number two, that it's not just sort of like regular compost from like a cow or
Right.
something.
Right.
These have pathogens and
Yes.
COVID and all sorts of illnesses that do not break down even over time.
And
when
even if
this-
you're a human and you're hiking, there are rules about where you're
Right.
supposed to go, how far away from water, how deep you bury it, covering it up afterwards, not. It's not me. I haven't even been here. It's just the zone where all the dogs like to go to the bathroom. And then after that, I made a big old stink about picking up way more than my fair share.
Right. See, this is people like us respond by being like, I'll show you.
Yeah, I'll do more work. And you won't even.
We're so bad
excuse
at
me,
this.
I had a hiccup. And you won't even know.
I'm just saying that these alleged dog lovers that are mad at me, well, are you picking up every single dump? Because if you're not, zip it.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. This is my retort.
I just think that if you were a dog, like, you have to be responsible.
Of course.
Pick up after your own shit.
Yeah.
Do the right thing.
All right. I'll tell you what's the right thing, and that is getting hydrated with liquid IV.
Amen, sister. You said it. I'll be drinking some of that on the plane.
Yes.
Staying
be
hydrated.
Sure. And
Yep.
I'll have some for you when you get here.
Yeah. I don't know what
because-
happens when you get up on a plane,
Well,
but you just get dehydrated.
that is a fact.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's from all that pressurized air.
I don't like it.
Yeah, you can just keep them in your bag, pack them in your luggage, take them to the gym, keep them in your car.
TSA approved?
Yeah, just because it's a powder. You just pour it into your water and it hydrates you faster than just drinking a plain old boring water. They have sugar-free flavors now. White peach is delicious. Raspberry melon. They have
raspberry melon?
Yeah, I know.
That sounds delicious. Okay.
It does. And you just pour it in. You get in those electrolytes and vitamins and nutrients. Turn your ordinary water into extraordinary hydration with Liquid IV. Get 20% off your first order of Liquid IV when you go to liquidiv.com and use code CANDY at checkout. That's 20% off your first order when you shop Better Hydration today using promo code CANDY at liquidiv.com. Oakley dokley. Apple TV, new documentary, 2 episodes, Steve Martin.
Saw it because I knew you were going to ask me about it.
What'd you think?
I loved it.
Did you?
Yeah.
What'd you think of him?
I mean,
did you have a preconceived notion?
No, I think it's what I thought.
Mm-hmm.
I think the part, I'm only halfway through the second one, but I watched the first and then half of the second one.
Okay.
And I'm sad that he... Right, the guy.
Top comedian of all time.
It's amazing.
And sold out stadiums and stuff because, like, I don't think it was funny.
I think it was there was something about that time.
Yeah. That's what we were saying in the Art Candy Club meeting. It's about context.
Yes. And this was the same. There were a lot of comedians who were doing this. They talked a little bit about the documentary, about getting back to being silly.
Mm-hmm.
That even like Gallagher kind of played into that too.
So it was like post-Vietnam, like yucking it up. I mean, they say Studio 54 was kind of like that, or it was just like laissez-faire craziness.
Yeah.
Okay.
And his did it kind of blur the line between one man act like a show and comedy. You know, he had a lot that was just avant-garde and different.
Yeah, I thought it was poignant when he said, like, I was no longer doing stand-up. I was hosting a party.
Oh, that is a great line. Yeah.
Yeah, because I can see that where you knew that you were going not for some punchline jokes, but for like the vibe.
The vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's exactly what he did. And he really was such like a physical comedian. And I do like it. I like it because I think he would do the same thing that Tig Notaro does. Create this sort of like discomfort because you're like, he was like intentionally the bad comedian.
Yeah, is he stupid or is he smart?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that discomfort with the punchline, I know, I love it. It's like an itch that he scratches in some way, like giving you permission to laugh in these really weird moments.
Like Zach Galifianakis too.
Yeah, yes. And I love comedy like that.
Mm-hmm. I think I would like it more if I appreciated his domestic and like love life situation, because he's settled down now.
Yeah.
But he wrote this movie. Do you remember a movie called Shop Girl?
Oh, yes.
They don't mention it in this series, which I think is an interesting omission, because he really is a fan of this sort of like older man finding a muse out in the wild and then like molding her and all that. I think
it's like the idea of that. It's this romanticized, like, you know.
And like in that, you know how I love Chelsea Devantez's podcast, Celebrity Book Club. It's now called Glamorous Trash, but she does celebrity memoirs. And she has like a running tab of how many of these female authors, celebrities, have like a Steve Martin story.
No.
Yeah, where they're like out on a date with Steve Martin. And they're like, yeah. And he's like this
Susie,
old guy. I know.
I had no idea.
It gives me like the ick, as they say.
Oh.
I'm like,
because that is like he's in love with the idea of it and in reality couldn't turn it into a, like, that's why I wouldn't say like he tried that 6 months of trying to be romantic. Yeah.
Remember, do you remember my Close Friends when, was it on Close Friends or my regular feed? But remember when I found out that Steve Martin had a child with this younger woman wife that he has now. She's like my age. And I found out that, first of all, that they were married and then that he had a child the same age as Link. So I wanted to see this child, but the only pictures you can find are paparazzi pictures. And there's this picture, you have to Google it, of Steve Martin and his wife walking down the street, and she is holding this child who is 11. And it looks ridiculous. And so I think it was my Close Friends, I posted a picture of me making Link let me do that in my
Oh my God.
Do you remember that picture? Because I thought it was so funny. Like, what are you doing carrying an 11-year-old down Manhattan Street?
Right. Let the child walk. He does. I'm surprised he's not.
How absolutely mad this is. This woman is in broad daylight in Manhattan.
Wow. That is a significant age difference.
She's my age. So I'm like 44. He's 75. It's 30 years.
Okay.
Well, now what do you think?
It gives me the ick.
Yeah, it's like, okay, Steve, like maybe go to therapy and work out those daddy issues that you've clearly, that was like the whole point of the docuseries, but like trying to get his dad's approval and stuff. Hey, not that you can't have a legit relationship with that kind of an age difference, but I'm just saying this is a pattern.
Right. And she
stop
wasn't
carrying
very
your kid
present
like that.
in the documentary.
I know.
And when
She's probably sick of his shit.
When I see him making breakfast, and it's like
just him in the kitchen. Yeah, totally. Mm-hmm.
That is
unusual.
It's unusual.
Sure
because
is.
that is the time that you're together, really.
Typically, right. But she's probably out working at the New Yorker or whatever. Anywho.
I don't love that.
Yeah. I loved the series. Like, I thought it was fun to watch, and he is very funny. I love him with Martin Short. He's very talented and interesting.
Okay. So bow and arrow headband not going in the stocking this year.
I'm not into it. I didn't like any of that. The balloon hat thing. any of the. I don't like props.
Yeah.
Even a guitar. I don't love when comedians.
And
I do love a banjo, but not in the act. Separate only. I'll tell you what I love at any time, and that is Lumi deodorant.
Absolutely. Gonna keep me on fresh when I'm on stage next weekend.
Yeah. Did you see the part in that doc where he pulled out the old set list and it was like all crinkled up and he's like, that's because I would sweat so much during the act from all that physical comedy.
Yeah.
He needed some Lumi, I think.
Yeah, for
that
sure.
Would really
and you can put it anywhere, so that would be great.
Yes, Lumi whole body deodorant is powered by mandelic acid. So it delivers 72-hour odor control. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
And you can put it any part of your body that stinks. What? This is revolutionary.
The thighs, between the legs, the butt,
under
the
your
feet.
boobs.
Yep.
We could name every body part, but we won't. But this is the real deal, and their scents are lovely. As a special offer for our listeners, new customers get 15% all Lumi products with our exclusive code. If you combine the 15% off with the already discounted starter pack, that equals over 40% off their starter pack. Use code BRAINCANDY15 for 15% off your first purchase at lumideodorant.com. That's code BRAINCANDY15 at LUMEDEODORANT.com. Okay. Thanks for watching that for me.
Yeah, I knew. I watched it this morning because I was like,
Are you serious?
Uh-huh.
That is dedication.
I mean, I had to stay on the up and up. And
that reminds me, Sarah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. What?
Do you know my favorite movie? Can you name my favorite movie? It's a tough one. I know I've mentioned it, but a long time ago. It's a drama, and it's dark. And
I do. It's the magic one.
Yes.
I know it. I could have gotten there.
Yeah, you know it. The Prestige.
The Prestige.
Yes, I'm very impressed.
Yeah, I could have gotten there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Guess what I found out about the Prestige?
He likes younger women.
He plays the banjo. No, Sarah.
That was such a good joke, Sarah.
No.
I'm extra giggly at myself today. Okay,
it's better.
On.
It's better.
Oh, good. Positive. Good. We're going the other direction.
Like hilarious.
Oh, okay, yes. Wait, they're coming to a musical performance, stage performance.
No.
Okay, damn it.
Sarah, it is the same director as Interstellar. Christopher Nolan.
Remember when you were giving me shit the other week for not knowing this movie? And it's literally your favorite movie and my favorite movie.
Same director.
I can't breathe.
My eyes almost popped out of my head.
Biggest fans.
Right, but like I don't want to be.
Me neither. I was like mad when he won an Academy Award. I was like, oh, another white guy. Another white guy's making our favorite movie.
We're the worst.
The worst, Susie.
I can't believe it.
Oh my God. Wow. That was a real treat. That was fun.
The plot of Interstellar, not the actual plot, but like with us.
Yes.
Keeps thickening. I just cannot believe how layered this whole running joke is.
So many dimensions to it, if you will.
I was like, I really want to watch Interstellar. I really do.
You're going to fucking love it.
I know.
Should we watch it together and not tell anyone?
Adam was like, it really is good. Because I love the Prestige.
And you have the best screen to watch it on at your house.
Oh my gosh. Well, maybe when you're here,
we could pull it down.
We'll
we
get
can
tips.
cozy up.
Well,
yes.
Should I do a poll? Because I don't want to ruin the joke. But I do want to see it.
We will have to do. What if we did something like for charity? What if we did like bid $1, like a fundraiser, and if we get to, and we'll raise it for like women in space or something like that. And like if we
Right,
get
like
to like
STEM.
$1,000, then Susie has to watch
That's
Interstellar.
actually a good idea.
I mean, come on. Then we're
Yeah.
doing it for good. Then you know if people want you to do it, they're gonna
Okay.
pay.
Maybe for like our 1000th episode or something,
God, I
we'll
got
have
way
like
too
some sort of
much.
Interstellar themed.
Yeah.
That's a
We're
great
going
idea.
to space. That's our
Oh
Interstellar is only a
God.
little bit about space, though. It's like
We
not
know
even
what
about
else
that.
he's made.
I know.
I bet the whole catalog is probably all of our favorites.
All
we
of
just
our
don't know it
I
yet.
can't believe the prestige.
I can't believe
Wow.
you there.
Well, that last
Okay.
5 minutes were just for us. That was fun.
That was just for us. Okay. Dog poo.
Oh man, what a treat. I need to catch my breath. Whew, it's like a workout.
Did you read the Atlantic article about middle names, Sarah Louise?
No, I did not.
Okay.
Susan Louise.
Yeah. Got it wrong. Okay, so the Atlantic did an article about the importance of middle names and how we ought not like discard them or like minimize their importance, because they were arguing that often middle names are kind of like where parents hide their more important like
Yeah.
identity stuff, like
Yeah.
in plain sight, but it's like over here, not the first name. Okay, so it said that on the census, only 60% of the middle name slots are even filled out, because like whoever's filling it out like doesn't even really know the middle names of the people they live with, whether it's a family member or roommate, which is bonkers to me. Does that
That's-
shock you?
Yeah, that is crazy.
Or do you think it's just laziness? Because they said it was because they don't know it, but I don't know how they are determining that.
When they have the blank for the middle name, sometimes
It says optional usually, like in
Yeah.
parentheses. So,
interesting. Maybe they don't know it. Please, some dads don't know their kids' birthdays. Please.
yeah. Do you know your brothers? Or?
Yes.
Yeah, right.
Jordan, Grayson, Lucas, Wyatt.
Oh, those are nice.
Yeah.
Those are good names.
They're both great names, and I would choose either of those for a kid.
Did you say grade?
Grayson.
You said they're both grade names?
Great names,
Oh,
and I would
great.
choose
Yeah.
either of them for, yeah.
Yeah, I think they're good names.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it was saying how like often we'll name the middle name after somebody we love instead of the first name.
Yeah.
Why do you think we do that? Because I noticed that too. Like they'll be like, oh, his
Well, I think
name's
usually the middle names are maybe a little more dated or a little more like,
ugly.
oh, we're naming
That is
them
so
after
true.
my grandmother, and her name's Francine, and nobody was like Francine for a first name, but you can be like something Francine
Where did
sounds
she
nice.
just come up with Francine?
I have no idea. I was thinking it would be like,
That's right, though. They're usually, more old fashioned.
yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay.
If you took all the middle names in my family, it sounds like my mom was 20 years ahead of her time for naming children. My
Yeah.
children, Whitney, Grayson, and Wyatt. Please, that's like the most annoying, like, MLM mom.
yeah. Yeah, it totally is. Listen to this data. It said that people are hardwired to associate their middle name with wrongdoing, because parents often,
Oh,
tack it on.
Sarah Louise.
Sarah Louise. Well, in fact, even seeing it written down makes us less indulgent. In one study, participants were less likely to want a product that might be seen as a guilty pleasure, in this case, a bottle made to hold sugary drinks, after they imagined their full name, middle name included, engraved on it. And
Wow.
so
when you put your full, that's kind of like why they have people sign like academic honor policies and things like that. There's some power if you put your name on it. So there's even more in putting your middle name on it. You'll be associated. It's like negative connotation.
when you were in trouble, would your mom do like Sarah Whitney?
No, she yelled at us in Italian, which is way
What
worse.
was it? What was like yours? Oh, it was just like not your names. It was just
No,
words.
just words in Italian. I'm like,
Oh,
I
I
couldn't
thought it
even
was
tell
like-
you. Just a string of ah!
Oh, That is worse.
Yeah.
Wonder if you have any kind of weird, like, psychological thing about Italian.
Well, I will say that if somebody goes, do you want pasta? I'm usually like, no, I don't want pasta, because pasta was like the meal we
The
ate
default
for
meal.
every meal.
Mm-hmm.
And then every time I eat pasta, I'm like, oh my God, this is so
It's
good.
so good.
Yeah. I'm like, I love pasta.
Yeah.
But there's something about it's like the
instinctually,
meal.
like, you're like,
Yeah.
not that again.
Like, again, I just had pasta with the pesto mix-in sauce from Trader Joe's, or the
do that thing where they'll reach out to like a little small brand and be
Yeah.
like, we're considering adding your product.
Yes.
Can we taste it? And then they get it and then they ghost them and just recreate it under their private label.
Yeah.
And I really don't like that.
Yeah, they do
Like,
that a
I
lot.
get it. It's not like a charity. They're just doing business.
I've heard that and that's probably is what they're doing too, but often they'll bring the product into the store for a while. Like they do this with like Morningstar burgers. You know, it's like vegan patties, breakfast sausages or whatever. And they'd have Morningstar in there. And if enough people buy them, then they make the Trader Joe's version. And then they have them next to each other. And
They
then
muscle them out.
they take them away. So
Okay,
it's like
well,
the
that's at least a battle.
Yeah.
You know, you can like compete, but this is like more.
I'm so pro Trader Joe's that I'm.
You know
fine
what?
with it.
I was trying to figure out why it made me mad because
I'm a hypocrite,
usually
I know.
I'm sort of like, hey, business is business. This is capitalism. But it's the Hawaiian shirts and the tiki and everything. Like they're
'cause it
pretending
looks
to
like
be all like.
that we're like the cool, we're the nice guy. Like
That's
I
what
see.
gets me. Just
Yeah.
say what you are.
Yeah,
You know, like I don't expect anything better from like Walmart.
it's the same as that like green packaging, you know, where people throw something in, like put a leaf on it, and you're like, oh, this is eco-friendly, and it's like, no, it's just tricking us into that.
Mm-hmm. I feel betrayed.
They can trick me all they want.
Wow.
I
You're
am
gonna turn a
forever
blind eye.
loyalist. Mhm.
Okay, fair enough.
Mhm.
I mean, reading the article, I was like, these sound great. I'm going to go there.
Yeah, right. Like, what are they talking about? What are they?
For real, it was like these delicious like Thai simmer sauces and stuff.
Oh, I know
was like-
exactly what you're talking about. Those are so good.
But here's what made it extra gross was that often it is the ethnic company. So it's like people of color, like more vulnerable little I don't know what the word is.
Yeah.
Companies. And that made me feel sad.
That does suck. I hate
They
that.
can't compete with that, these little guys.
Yeah.
But anyway, okay. So back to the middle name thing. I have like one thing I want to know if it annoys you also.
Okay.
If this applies to you as a listener, it is not you that I'm annoyed with. It is
Right.
your parents.
Oh, okay. Yeah. People get on board with that.
It annoys me when there is a certain type of parent that will insist on calling their kid by their first and middle name. Like Jessica Simpson does this, like Maxie Drew. Why do I know her middle name?
This is a Southern thing.
That's true. It is more common.
This is
in
the Southern
South.
thing.
Okay. Why?
Because all names are two names anyway. It's like,
What do you mean by that?
I feel like, don't you feel like so many names from the South are like,
Oh, like Mary Beth and
yeah,
Sarah Lou or whatever.
yeah.
Okay. But it's annoying.
It's so annoying. There is a woman, an old woman
People are going to be mad at me.
who's from like Palm Beach or Boca or something like that that comes up in my feed on Instagram, and she is like never had kids, has a shit ton of money, like does her like full outfits, and she has one of those names that's like Beth Ann or something Ann, and I was like, I cannot get enough. I
love
mean,
it.
Hours.
That's
I
true.
have
Like it
watched
can
this
actually
woman.
go that far. I don't really like them. I'm just saying it sometimes reeks as like self-importance.
Yeah.
Because I'm not really talking about the Southern style. It's more of like, I have a family member that does this. We're not from the South. And I'll make up a name. Let me think of what it would be like.
This
fancier.
is like you say, name any name. Say any name. And you like, can't think of a single name.
Okay, how about patience? Patience. What would be a second name? Joy. Like, you know, like
yeah,
more like virtues.
I see. Yeah.
And they refer to her that all the time. And I'm like, just say her first name.
Yeah.
What are we doing? How many names do you need?
Right.
It's not cutesy like the South people.
It becomes a nickname. It becomes a nickname. I could see this, and I see what you mean.
It feels like overly serious, though, not a nickname.
Yeah.
It feels like more like regal, formal.
Yeah, and then that becomes a nickname, and then those people become the people who are the heads of sororities.
Yes.
It's like that, you know what I mean? It's like a Utah mom thing, like Utah influencer mom thing. Do you know, is that where we're...
They would love the name Patience Joy, too.
Yeah.
They love the fruit of the spirit, I swear. Okay, but this is just probably a me bugaboo. Whatever.
But I do love when people from the South use the they can basically do anything. I mean, it doesn't even matter. You say anything with the Southern accent. I just love it.
Do you remember when we were on the ruins and I found out what Derek's son's middle name was?
Yes, I remember what it is. Derek Titan Awesome Kaczynski.
That's
Kaczynski?
right.
Yeah. Titan Awesome or Awesome Titan. I don't know which order.
But those are all, it's 4 names. Derek, Titan, Awesome, Kaczynski. And I really took issue with the awesome.
Correct.
I'm not really into adjectives for names. Just me.
Awesome.
And he was like, what?
This is what happens when you let a 24-year-old on reality television name anything. I just want him to know how awesome he is, and so his name is going to be awesome. And if you think that I'm being clever or being funny or whatever and say it, that is a direct quote.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's true. And it was such a sincere motive. It really was sweet, but I was like, no. I'll tell you what I'm saying yes to, and that is Hatch.
Oh, well, are you going to say yes to restful mornings? And would you like to say yes to like peaceful slumbers?
Right, because Hatch Restore, making days over here. It's like a sunrise in my room.
This is the room. This should be the rule. If it worked when we were little kids and we were like, oh, that's lovely, like a sound machine.
Yeah.
Then we should probably keep doing it as adults because we need like the basics.
Well, that's right. Yeah, we self-sabotage.
Take a deep breath, get good sleep, have a nice sound machine, rest. Come on.
Well, because the way that it's set up, it's like all this technology over here is trying to keep you awake. Just keep clicking, liking, reposting, whatever.
Yeah.
And Hatch is using technology to help you get in a healthier cycle where you fall asleep, stay asleep, and then wake. And free shipping at hatch.co/braincandy. Visit hatch.co/braincandy to get $20 off and free shipping. Hatch.co/braincandy. I love that thing.
Yeah,
it's a great gift too. Would be
really
nice Mother's Day, Father's Day.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, I'm going to get my aunt one of those.
She would love it because it looks cute in your room too.
Dang
it's not like
edit this
ugly. Out. Okay. It's a great gift. It really is.
You can leave it in. It's fine.
Okay.
Surprise, Aunt Peggy.
Surprise. Okay. But yeah, Derek naming his son that, it's very sweet. And he really was just like so excited and earnest. But I just thought, I would love to ask his son if he's with us this weekend in Philadelphia. I'm going to be like, what do you think of your name?
Yeah. He's probably
You
going to
love
be
it with all your
awesome.
heart? Yeah, I think it's awesome.
Like
what
a
if he
boy.
said that? I would die.
Yeah. Oh my God, that'd be great. He'd be clever if he said that. Tip of the hat.
Okay.
Good.
Tip of the hat. Hey, this is just a small thing I want to mention.
I love small things.
Some people are upset with the Kellogg's company.
I am too.
Oh, why are you mad?
Are we talking about them telling us that we can have cereal for fucking dinner?
No, but I know that story.
Oh,
That was rude and classist.
rude.
Yeah.
I can't believe we didn't talk about that on here. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, that
I
was
will
their
put my feelings
solution.
about their cereal for dinner aside as I hear this other cereal related fact.
Well, some people are mad because certain religions, you don't eat beef,
Okay.
right? Certain religions, there's various like
course.
food restrictions. And they are mad because Yoplait yogurt has
Yes.
gelatin in it
Yeah.
that is derived from beef.
Yeah, but we kind of all knew that, didn't?
Well, this is, thank you, because
Yeah.
it doesn't say that the gelatin is from beef.
All gelatin you can't
It's
eat if
from
you're
Some animal.
Yes. What are you thinking?
I guess they were hoping it was from a pig. But I wouldn't take any chances if it were some sort of religious restriction.
I see what you're saying.
It could be one or
Yeah.
the other. You don't know what it's from.
It doesn't specify the source. Okay,
Right.
okay,
But wouldn't you just play it safe?
Yeah, and if we are if you're going to, ooh, that's a slippery slope
Why?
because it is going to be a big hassle to then start to label which animal each product
Well, it's
inside
probably like a mix
everything.
and like-
Of course it is.
Yeah.
And then weird shit. And then we're going to have to be like vanilla from beaver's anus or whatever.
Like, I know what you're referring to. It's funny for anyone who listened that is not familiar with that from an earlier episode. Hey, listen, I got bad news for you about vanilla.
Yeah. I am not joking around when I say that it's from the anal glands.
I really don't
of
mind.
beavers. I don't either. So, but I'm also, not in a religion where we're anti-beaver anal gland juices.
Okay, right. And like I said, if it were me and I was devout and that was a big deal, I just wouldn't eat anything with
You'd
gelatin
play it
in
safe. Or you'd make your own food. You'd
it. Right.
eat different yogurt.
But also, like, how can there not be a better way to make gelatin? I can't believe we're still doing that.
No, it feels like that's kind of bit. We can't. Yeah, because don't you think that like seaweed and algae, we could probably duplicate it with that?
I think there are vegan options, but it must be more expensive, that whole thing.
Yeah.
Where it's just cheaper to do it the old beef way.
Yeah, for sure.
So gross.
Yeah.
Who would have thought?
I'm pretty sure that the estrogen that I'm on is either horse or cow. It's not from humans.
Get out.
Obviously, it's
Bovine or something.
yeah. And you have to pay so much money. If I wanted to have human, what is it called? It's called
Are they stem cells?
bioidentical
Oh, yeah,
hormones.
that's what I want.
Yeah, get
It's
ready for
pricey.
$600, $800
No
a
wonder
month.
Oprah is doing that.
Yeah, you got
That-
$600 a month to spend. I don't.
No, that's a lot.
Yeah,
Okay, wait. So you're... I didn't know that that's the estrogen that they used.
So if you were in any religion that would say, right?
Oh my gosh.
Well, this is why. Hey, just to bring it full circle, remember a few episodes I was talking about genetically modified animals and why we need to genetically modify these certain animals because some people have this is kind of what those reasons to have alternative animal products.
Man alive. What they can do is amazing, but it's also kind of freaky.
It is fucking freaky. Like, who was like, let's just steal a horse's estrogen. It'll be fine.
Oh my gosh.
Slap
So
it
which
on
one
her.
do you have, you think? Horse.
Talk about horse girl.
So you're like, I don't know why I'm into equine culture.
I know I have really been interested in horses
have.
lately.
You're like, look at them gallop.
What if that's it? Oh my God, stop fucking hilarious. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Are you sure though that yours is horse?
I'm 100% because it's not. Well, it's either horse or I don't know what the fuck it is. It's not.
It's definitely animal.
It's
derived.
not human. It's not mine. It's not.
Wow.
Yeah, like to make that they have to do a whole. I don't even fucking know.
That's amazing. Holy smokes! I never thought of that, Sarah. See, this is the ankle thing.
Yeah.
How would I ever know this?
Yeah. Let's see what it's made from. I don't know. We'll see.
Remember when you had said, like, I just wish people talked about this stuff more, like all the menopause, whatever.
Yeah.
Well, I'm telling you, the reason that they don't is because maybe you've experienced this, but even when just my night sweats or something, if you start talking about it, people like look for ways to get out. They're like wanting to wrap it up.
Not in my conversation. I force them to.
You trap them.
Yeah. Like, you
people
will
don't
listen
want
to
to hear
this?
about it.
Yeah.
There's something about
Like,
women's health that really makes people uncomfortable. I think that the people experiencing it want to talk about it.
Yeah.
But unless you're dealing with it, nobody wants to hear about it.
This is true. And this is why they just have like old people hang out and talk about their medications.
Yeah.
And I totally get it. I wanted everybody who came over to look at the pictures of my insides.
Well, remember in our candy club, I showed my bruises like 3 times.
Yeah.
Because it's
great.
fun. You get a reaction. It's just like cheap thrills.
I know. I'm like, man, surgery just came and went. I could have milked that. I should have complained more. Damn
well,
it.
in all fairness, though, I don't want to hear about testicles. Or
No,
like male
definitely not.
Parts either.
Ugh.
Have you ever
But
heard
they don't
one
have
of them?
they don't have weird symptoms that come with their changes.
True. Yeah. There's
And the
a
weird
lot less
symptoms
to
that they
talk
have, I
about.
do want to talk about. Oh, you got hair coming out of your ears? Great. Let me help you with that.
Yeah, let's sort that out.
Let me take care of that for you.
How come, like, you know how when you get older, men too, they start like losing all their body hair, but then get it in their ears?
I could not tell you. There's
We're
got to
gonna
be a
have to have
reason
a
for
doctor
this.
on.
We needed a doctor on about 750 episodes ago, Susie.
We really should have gotten another co-host.
Yeah. You know what? I got a friend who's perfect for this. Maybe I'll invite him on. He's an ER doctor, and
We
he's
need
just
somebody.
the best.
I'll start making a list of questions for real.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, they're really adding up. Oh, wait, one more thing about the beef.
Yeah.
Is that they also found beef and pork gelatin in Baskin-Robbins marshmallows in the Rocky Road ice cream. So if you're Hindu or whatever, beware.
See, I do think it is important to disclose these things, but I feel like if you're, I don't know, it goes.
Don't get Rocky Road. I'm sorry, but marshmallows, hello.
Right.
Same deal.
Yeah.
They know this.
They do know this. Anybody who's like, here's why I know they know this, because I know this.
Right.
And have you met a vegan or a like person who wants to talk about how they don't eat animal byproducts?
Yeah.
They know. They know gelatin isn't everything. I even know that Oreos are vegan. Like you just know these things if you hang out with enough people who. But I get it for religious reasons why it gets like,
I get it, but here's the thing. You're on your own. Like,
Right,
it's not
just make
other
your
people's
own.
problem.
Right. That's what, because if you were, it then becomes your problem that you are accepting.
If they advertise it as vegan and it's not, now we have a
problem. Right. Or no animal byproducts or.
Yeah. I don't like that.
Kosher, whatever. Or
that I read that. There was a story of this vegan bakery that was just bringing in Dunkin' Donuts.
Stop it.
Yes.
Stop it.
And they got caught because you know how one of the donuts at Dunkin' Donuts has those little tiny cute D's on top?
Yes, of course. Like, what? Oh my God.
You're such a stupid criminal.
What is wrong with people?
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah.
I'm actually outraged at that. This
so
is what
bad.
I'm upset.
You're mad that they're stupid or that they were dumb. Right.
Yes.
Right.
What fucking
And
dummy? I mean, I'm mad at all of the above, but just like, if
I
you're
think
gonna
it's
be a
extra
dummy,
funny that people got suspicious because they like tasted so good. And well, because if they tasted that good
yes,
vegan, everyone's donuts would be vegan. Okay, there's a reason why they're
Right.
not usually.
right?
But
You know what tastes delicious? Animal lard. This is like they're traitors.
I know. It's shocking because you can't imagine any vegan
That's what I'm saying.
doing it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, have you met
Yeah.
a vegan? This seems like like somebody who wears
Blasphemy.
Tevas and those woven fabric loosey-goosey outfits does not do this. You just went on a retreat to Tulum for yoga.
Here she goes, fan fiction.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds to me like a carnivore was running a vegan bakery,
Obviously.
like to prey upon hipsters or something.
Yes.
And that is, hey,
Yeah, that's
it's
messed
terrible,
up.
but
That is
really
terrible.
dumb to use those donuts.
Right.
I really am glad I got to share that because it
think I
wasn't
need a
on my
donut.
list.
For Dunkin or otherwise.
All right, people.
This is funny because right down the street, there's only one bakery that's close to where I record, and it happens to be a gluten-free bakery. And I accidentally walked in there one day, and then the guy working there was so chatty that he then told me about every single thing they had, their best sellers. I left, wouldn't you know it, with gluten-free bread.
Okay.
And
was this the one where you were like, I'm going to stick with wild grain?
yeah.
Oh my God. Right.
It was not the bakery I was expecting, but then I was in too deep and I'm like, well, I got to buy something.
Yeah, you did.
You know?
Well, and hey, maybe you would have been really pleasantly surprised. I'm sure there's some nice gluten-free.
There are. And if I were gluten-free, it would be great.
Yes. I do feel bad for people that have to do
not.
that. What a pain.
Yeah, and I felt like I was just like walking in there was probably bringing my gluten just like on my body. Just
You're
like,
contaminated. Oh my God. It's like outbreak.
yeah. Do you know how many loaves of bread I've had? Yeah.
Sarah's all silly because she's coming here. I know
I
it.
am.
And that probably made for a real wild episode.
Woo! Can't wait for the next one.
So I'll have people weigh in about the dog poop story.
Yep.
Because I am interested to know whose side they're on. I bet you that most people will not like this guy.
Can I say?
Yeah.
I have been quite enjoying the polls that you put up lately.
Oh, why are you always winning?
Well, and also I just love that we're doing so many polls.
Oh, you well, because I was like, I always forget to check back and see who won. Like,
sometimes I'm so surprised because it's the exact opposite of what I thought you people were going to say.
Can you think of an example?
No, but one that you just had up. And I was like, wait, what? It was the one from like yesterday, 2 days ago.
Sometimes I think that it depends. Like if you
Just
vote really early,
Yeah.
it's like a false representation.
Yeah. It's like, what?
All right, I'll check back on those because I don't want any like rogue statistics.
Yeah. Want the real deal.
Interstellar episode 1000. Get ready, everyone. Pop that popcorn.
Be counting down.
Sarah Louise, middle names. People are going to be mad at me about that one.
They're not.
Listen,
Guys, don't get
you
mad.
know me. I have like a personality disorder. Don't take anything I say for who cares. And
Steve Martin.
Yeah, maybe he's changed though. People change.
Yeah.
I mean, she seemed like a nice wife.
Yeah.
It wasn't like some like,
Right.
you know, Anna Nicole Smith or something.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, we
She
know
was
this.
respectable and
Yeah.
well-mannered.
But it's just an interesting pattern that you brought my attention to.
Yeah, he has a situation. Thanks for listening, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.